All right, so let's get started. We're here to talk about, that saying, family is the most important thing, right? And so, here's the thing, you can have family, right? They don't have to be your biological family, the people you grew up with, the people you know in all your life. Family is not the most important thing. I am sorry, and I am here to break that myth. Please stop the stupidity, the insanity, the dismissiveness, the what is it? Cycle of trauma. Please, let's stop it. Family is not everything if your family doesn't view you in the same light. When you watch, and there's so many TV shows, but these are two off the top of my head. When you watch Living Single, when you watch Friends, I'm black, baby. I'm actually brown, baby. I'm brown and I'm proud and I love Friends, okay? I love it, I love it, I love it. I love Living Single. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love both of them. And I've watched both of them, okay? I watched Friends first because it was out first. Finally, they got Living Single and I was able to watch that. I forget the streaming platforms, but I've definitely made videos about it. I love both of the series, but if you couldn't tell, honest, I can relate more to Friends than I can Living Single when it comes to the family dynamic, because in Living Single, the only Max had, issues with her mom, and of course Regine had issues with her mom, but they kind of worked it out, you know what I'm saying? And in Friends, Monica, you know, both of her parents show all the love to Ross. And I think that's pretty much. Oh, and Phoebe was estranged with her mom, but of course, they tried to work it out. But Monica, I feel like I was more like Monica. I'm constantly still trying to get the approval of my parents, right? Because I want them to love me too. But, you know, it's just like at a certain point, I don't vibe with Friends or Living Single because I'm done trying to fix something that can't be fixed. And so what I have learned is, also I want to point out something else. Even though they both in Living Single and Friends had differences with their parents, and they had differences with each other, when they did holidays and things like that, they celebrated with their friends, and their friends became their family, because in the reality of things, that's who they grew up to spend the most time with, their friends. So your family isn't always your biological family. It isn't always people you just grew up with. Family, you can meet friends and people who turn into family, and you can create your own family, especially if your biological family that you grew up with is toxic and unhealthy. And I hate when people try to make you feel bad, like that's your mama and that's your daddy, and they can do whatever they want to do. They can treat you like trash. You still need to be the bigger person and have a relationship with them. And it's the most traumatizing thing to hear, especially from someone that you considered family. Like, you are, so what you're telling me is, because this is what they're basically telling you, dismiss everything that these people did to hurt you, and it doesn't matter how they hurt you or how they treat you. It doesn't matter, and I don't matter. I still supposed to have them in my life, and that person will be out of my life. Okay, I'm just saying, because obviously you really ain't for me. If you are okay, like, and they could know the history. If you're okay with people just crapping all over me, if you're okay with that, and above all, you still want me to have these toxic individuals in my life, then I need to rethink you, because obviously you ain't my people. You're not for me, because I know what I deserve. I deserve to be respected, loved, and valued and cared for properly in a healthy manner. I should not have to sit up here and continue to take abuse and being belittled, you know? And so I am not here for that. This video is about family is not the most important thing. It's just not. Let's rephrase it. Your biological family is not the most important thing, okay? Okay? I do agree family is the most important thing, but let's not take it out of context. And so here it is. People who you surround yourself with on the daily, that's your family. You check in, y'all hang out, create memories, all the things. You got a mishap, disagreement, you work it out, right? So I'm not going to continue to take, and here's the thing, most things happen within families is that a lot of stuff get brushed under the rug. A lot of trauma, a lot of disrespect, a lot of belittlement, a lot of like just negative bad things get swept under the rug, and people think because blood is thicker than water, I'm supposed to accept that terrible, that disgraceful behavior. And that is just not the case. I personally lost who I was as a person trying to fight for people and build relationships, because family is the most important thing. And it's like, well, when am I gonna be important? You know what I'm saying? When am I? So I really had to really realize that family is who I allow to share my life with, right? Family is supposed to be loving, caring, trustworthy, and forgiving and understanding and growing, showing growth, and graceful and just fun and energetic and all the vibes. And so if someone is constantly making me hate myself, well, if someone is constantly being very nasty to me, eventually what they say, because I love and I care about them, would start to, mentally mess with me. And then I'll start thinking those things. And then, while they're steady going up in life, I'm ready to get out of this life and just say peace, because obviously I never be good enough, right? And you can't, and it's easy to get like that. It's called brainwashing. That's something I like. How you brainwash somebody? Oh yeah, repeat the same thing to them, and eventually they will start to believe it. And it does take years, and it takes even longer to get out of it. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. If someone is not going to love you, respect you, and value you, and treat you with the utmost respect, they are not your family. Okay? Okay, by law, we're family. But in my book of law, you not, I don't know you. Who are you? Right? Who are you? I'm not going to continue to live in this toxic love affair. I'm not. I want healthy, genuine, peaceful love. And that doesn't mean everything is peaches and cream. It simply means that if we do have a disagreement, we know how to talk to each other. We know how to come to a resolution respectfully, and we can move forward. I can depend on you. You can depend on me. I show up for you. You show up for me. There's loyalty. There's love. There's trust. There's, there is real love, healthy love. And I say this a lot in my videos because I know what it's like to live in toxicness. And I am learning to, I'm not in that healthy love stage with other people quite, but I am in a healthy love of loving myself again and knowing who I am. And so if you treat yourself like crap, then you're going to allow other people to treat you like crap, and you're going to continue to sweep things under the rug. But once you realize who you are and what you are and where you're going to be going, because you're going to work hard to get there, you're going to do right to get there, you're not going to continue to allow people to tear you down. And if someone, like I said earlier, if someone that you love, you call your friend, you call your family, is like, well, blood is thicker than water and family is everything, if they come to you with that when they know you didn't explain to them in and out the history of why you choose not to deal with, let's say, your mom or your dad or your aunties or your brothers or your sisters or your cousins or whoever it is, and they come to you with that, you need to reevaluate your relationship with them, because it's like they're just simply telling you it's okay for someone to disrespect you and disregard you because they're your family. Like, what they do don't count. Like, what they do, it doesn't matter what they do. That's still your family. You keep them around. And that could be farthest from the truth. It doesn't matter who you are. If a person is not willing to better themselves, and then you guys both together work together to better your relationship, to make it a healthy relationship, if one individual is not willing to better, then that just means you have to make a decision. You can accept them for who they are and leave them where they at, or you can accept them for who they are and keep them around in your life. But just know you're torturing yourself, because what you're looking for out of them, you will never receive. Nobody wants to be disconnected from their biological family. Who wants that? Who, like, oh yeah, I'm happy, like, I don't talk to my mom or my dad or my brothers, my sisters, or my aunties or my grandma or whoever. Like, I'm glad about that. Nobody's happy about that. But sometimes that's just what you have to do, and that's just it. Because it's either I'm gonna keep trying to get this person to love me in the way that I should be loved, and I'm gonna lose sleep and lose light and lose life, my sleep, my lights inside my life, trying to get this person to love me in a proper manner, in a healthy manner, or I'm gonna accept this person and accept the situation for what it is, heal, and move on without them. You either gonna continue to allow people to drag you down and keep you where you at, or you're gonna finally put your foot down. Enough is enough, and I'm ready to be actually happy. You have to make that decision, and most of the time people don't get to that point until years, right? It doesn't happen in a day, it doesn't happen in a month. It takes years of a level of abuse where it's just like, you don't really care about me, you don't really love me. It's not healthy. The way you're loving me, the way you're caring for me is very toxic, and it's very mentally and emotionally, physically draining, and I'm not gonna let you bring me back to a bad place. Misery loves company, and that is true. People tell you they love you and they care, but do they show you in a healthy way, or is it toxic and manipulative? So, another thing is just like how you grow up, like with family, typically siblings. You know how you grow up with your siblings, and I'm finna end the video, and they, y'all make friends of your own, and it's like I'll just say sister, you and your sister, or you and your brother, like, y'all don't get along, like, for the life of you, but you both have friend groups, and y'all get along and vibe so well with them, and it's like, dang, I wish I had that relationship with my sibling. And it's just like, sometimes people genuinely just don't mesh, or sometimes one person is being very immature, very, like, not taking ownership for anything that they do, that they have done, and they play the blame game. Y'all on two different planes, two different levels, two different worlds, and it's just like, wow, like, I wish I get to experience you the way your friends do. Like, I wish I could get that love and that support and make those great memories, but because of whatever, we don't mesh, we clash, and it's like, it's kind of crazy. But in scenarios, it happens. Sometimes you don't vibe well with your biological family, or whoever you grew up with. You don't vibe well with them. And that's why on most TV shows you see people tend to, who they actually call their family and who they actually, like, support, and who they're mostly around are the people that they actually went out and met and build relationships with. Very rarely do I see people actually have family that they grew up with coming along with them. to their success. It's very rare that it's actually talked about. So when I do see it, it's like I love to see it because it's a rare thing to see. But the main point of this video is to don't settle. Don't settle for toxic bullcrap. Don't. And you have to accept people. You have to accept the relationship, and you have to move on, or you can sit there and torture yourself because you're going to keep chasing behind someone and they're not chasing behind you. And while you're at home crying and wondering and all the things, they're living their lives happily. Because some people do thrive off your misfortune, and they do thrive off being terrible people, and that's just the truth. So I am here to say family is the most important thing, but only if family views you in the same light as you view them. And if it's positive and healthy, yes. But if it's toxic and misery and all that, no, let it go. But again, we have choices. You have a choice to make. It's not an easy decision to make when you love someone, when you care for someone, especially for so many years, decades. You know, you shared your life and all the things. But at what point do you say, I love you and I care about you, but I love me and care about me more, and I deserve better, and you're not willing to do and give me better. So I accept you for who you are and what you have given, and I'm grateful for what you have given, but it's just not enough anymore, and I can't keep mentally and physically doing this to myself. I'm gonna have to love you from afar, right? And that's either dealing with them a little bit or not dealing with them at all. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for the decisions and choices that you have made, because I can't protect your inner peace. My inner peace is not your inner peace, you know? So you know what's good for you and what is not. And if the person, again, if the person you call your friend, your family, is taking the side of someone else after they know all the trauma, then they don't care about you, boo. And you might want to rethink it. And I have to keep saying that because it's really crazy to me how you are the victim in a situation and people will off bat defend the other party. And it's like, are you kidding me right now? Now, sometimes you could be in the wrong, but for the most part, every time you have a situation and the party you're talking to is automatically picking the other team over you, you might want to think about who you're dealing with. Most importantly, love yourself, respect yourself, value and honor yourself. And when you do that, then if the people you interact with ain't matching that energy, it's going to be nothing for you to dead them, because you know what you deserve. So that is it. That is this video. Family is the most important thing. I hope you guys, excuse me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you agree, disagree. If you have any questions or any topics you want me to talk about, leave all of that in the comment section. Comment section. Comment section below. Let your girl know. And remember to shop my Etsy shop. Oh, and the Shopify shop too. And you know, there you go. See you guys later. Oh, I got a Temu haul coming for you guys, my very next video. Peace out.